So,
No, we don't say so.
hello.
Hi there.
This is Knitting Around LA.
Welcome back. It's been a while, I know.
That's right. I'm Julie,
I'm Judy.
and this is a vlog for knitters, crocheters, and yarn enthusiasts of all kind, fiber and art lovers.
Absolutely. We welcome everyone.
And
Creative people, come to us.
That's right. So it's been a while since we've posted a video. And before we get into our knitting and crochet and yarn talk, we took a little outing this week, and we're going to show you a clip of that now. Okay, now so I think we're past the end of any houses now. Yes. Oh, man. Let's go find some California's gold. Oh my God. Let's see what's around the next corner.
Bet it's going to be more poppies.
Or not.
In half a mile, turn left onto Lancaster Road.
This is why they call it the Golden State. We're not even at the Poppy Preserve yet.
Well, it looks like everybody wants to park here.
I know. Oh, there is a little trail here.
Oh, trail is good.
But at the actual place, there's a parking lot. You know, where you pull in, and there's no puppies. There's no
Poppies.
Just go ahead, keep shooting. Well, you know, then we'll have this available to use if we want to. Looks like they're all kind of on paths and not trampling the flowers.
Which should be really great.
Yeah.
'Cause- oh my God.
Look at it.
Half a mile, turn right onto Myra Canyon
It's
Road.
an absolute sea of orange. This is crazy, ridiculous, intense color.
Yes.
And the video doesn't do it justice. And it goes on for miles.
Well, you know, you can see why people went bonkers out there in Lake Isabella.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it stopped traffic on the freeway. We were in the traffic jam. Oh, it's so pretty. You know, in other places, they can have their 4 seasons. I'll take this.
What a riot. This is a riot of color. This is absolutely intense.
So here we go. Gonna pan a little bit while we're getting the name of the artists. And we're at the edge of the Antelope Valley Poppy Preserve. Okay, so Judy, tell us what we're looking at here.
Well, we've got some antelopes that are sculpted out of, looks like found material. I see rebar, I see some car parts, there's a muffler, there's chicken wire. We've got found what looks like a shovel head and a variety of metal parts. You know, it's put together in a kind of a slapdash but secure way. You know, a lot of a mixed joining, and it's in a really bright blue, which against the poppies now is the quintessential complementary color pair.
Let's take a closer look. We've got, oh look, so the head here, this is a bicycle seat, and that's plasticky, and
it looks like there's a lot of car parts.
A PVC, and look at this. This
the
is
Chevy
like
from a
Chevy,
S10, probably a truck.
a pickup truck.
Yep, and
oh look, this is a chain that's covered with one of those plastic covered chains.
and there's another muffler.
Oh, a muffler. Yeah, I love this.
Inventive, creative, fabulous.
Yes, it's
So
beautiful.
much fun.
And then here we go. Look at, here we are. There's our beautiful complementary colors. And let's see.
This is the most perfect time to see these with this orange backdrop and this vibrant blue. Whoa.
Look. That one's a boy. And there's still snow on the mountain. Yes, that's mountain. Are you sure? Yeah. Slow enough, I didn't kick up a lot of dust. This is beautiful. Yep. Okay, so now we're just absolutely surrounded by the poppies. And yes, we're taking this from the car and we're not getting out and walking around. And so once again, say hi.
Hi. They're beautiful.
That's where we just were. And I thought I was never going to go off-roading in this Supergirl. Go ahead.
Well, we hoped you enjoyed our foray into the Poppy Reserve. And that trip really kind of spurred us to thinking about why we haven't been vlogging and why we should be vlogging. And the reality is we have a lot to show you, both in terms of our own work, but also the wonders of living in and around LA, which is a splendid spot to be.
And and one of the things, the sound was not great on that clip because we did not plan ahead of time. While we were in the car, we said, why don't we start vlogging again? Why don't we start posting videos again? And so we shot while we were out there, and we hope you enjoyed it.
Yes, quite impromptu. But we hope that you can share in the magnificence that we got to see, because Mother Nature, when I don't know, sometimes I get in the doldrums about color, and things, color combinations, and all I want to recommend to all of you out there is when you get in perhaps that slump, turn to nature, because it was inspiring. It was jaw-dropping, fabulous. It was color beyond color.
And this year is an especially good year because we had a lot of rain this winter.
Yeah.
The bloom is not necessarily like that every year, but the color is the same.
Right.
They might not be as widespread over the hills and stuff, but the poppies are still out there, and that happens to be the state flower of California. That was a wonderful trip, and it was a beautiful day. And are you ready to? We can get into some knitting. We can
Yeah.
talk about the weather. I mean, it's a beautiful day outside now.
It is. It's lovely.
It's a little cool.
Well, it's going to warm up this weekend, so have no fear.
It was like in the 60s
That's chilly weather here.
at the end of March. Yeah,
That's
is
burn.
not. Yeah,
No, it's-
I had to have a blanket over me on the couch yesterday. So.
It's going to be, I think, about 80 this weekend, so we're going to enjoy the warm. All right, let's
So-
talk about knitting,
All right,
because
so
we've done some of that.
yeah, and
And we've
since
gone places that we've learned some knitting things in and bought knitting things.
right, because we've been to, since we last posted videos,
We've been busy.
we've been to 2 Stitches.
Yes.
Stitches SoCal last November was the first time that the show was in Southern California, and it was wonderful, lots of
great.
fun. And then
More
so it's
recently-
now March, and we went to Stitches West in
Jan-
February.
February, that's right, it was February.
Okay, so since it's been so long, let's talk about a few of the things that we've completed since we last shot. And you
Do we want to talk a little bit about our what we have our SoCal, our
no.
No? Our terms.
Oh, well, let's talk about that as we go
Oh,
along.
okay.
So finished objects we call off ramps because we have everything is freeway and car themed for us.
Yes. And here's an off ramp. I was very busy this winter.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. I was in a hat phase. This is the first project I ever did. I taught myself how to cable. And I highly recommend it. It looks intimidating. It was super easy, a lot of fun. And my daughter saw this as it was getting off my needles, and she was like, "Mom, I want that." I made, all told, I think 9 different hats, or maybe a little bit more, and I gave them out as gifts for some very loved nieces, nephews, their spouses.
This is beautiful.
and
What's this yarn? This is a Malabrigo.
That's a Malabrigo. And
You had the label here.
yeah, it's a Malabrigo. It's a worsted weight. I put it away.
And it's a beautiful blue with a little bit of green in it.
Super soft. I mean, it's a Malabrigo.
It just
it's
feels
gorgeous.
great. It's
Yeah,
got this great
yeah.
drape and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I highly recommend. I mean, here's an instance where I'd never done a technique, and
And did you use a pattern for that?
no, I used YouTube.
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 Okay.
Oh no, you know what? It was YouTube to learn the technique, and then I actually did find a pattern on, I think it was Ravelry, a free pattern.
Just to give you the idea of the measurements you need and the number of
because
stitches.
I think it's a 5 cable repeat, and then of course it decreases as you get into the center, and you know I need to have a pattern so I know how to do that.
It looks like you've been doing that for years.
No, first one.
Okay.
First one.
Beautiful.
Thank
What
you.
else have you done since?
Done since. Well, I have a lot
had
of
a
little
pair-
projects, and I'll show them at another time. But
You had the pair of socks that we saw a couple times that
yes,
you finished,
I
and
finished them. They're on Jesse's, my daughter's feet.
you can't get them back.
No, they're gone. So you know, but they
They
turned
won't
out
come
great.
off her feet.
No, and she loves them. So I've started another pair. This time doing a toe up using what's that?
It's
Judy's.
Judy Becker's Magic Cast on it. I
Yes. Mm-hmm.
used it too on a pair of socks, and I loved it.
Yeah, so I'm just at the phase where I'm just beginning. Not enough to show you. Next pod, next cast.
Okay, what else? What about what you're wearing?
Oh, what I'm wearing. Oh, all right. We did go to Stitches West, and this I chose a class with Myra Woods. Myra Wood, and her class was called Swing and Swag Beaded Knitted Necklaces, and I've have seen crochet necklaces before, and I can crochet, but I'm not very good at it. And that's not to say I'm great at knitting, but I wanted to learn how to do this.
It
And
turned out great.
yes, and it was all within a 3-hour class. She's a
Start to finish. You finished it.
well, all right.
Took a day or two. You finished it by the time we left.
Right. And the beautiful thing is that she gives you a kit. Everything is included in the kit, all the beads, and all of the findings to finish.
Oh, and this is a little toggle class.
Yeah, she gave, in
Very
fact, she gave
nice.
two colors. One this silver, and then there was kind of a copper color one, and all of the beads were already pre-strung, and she's a marvelous teacher.
She is really good teacher. She
Yeah.
teaches a lot at Stitches,
Yeah.
and I've had 2 classes with her.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Shout out Myra. Fantastic samples. She had so many, and she was so gracious, passed everything around. You could feel it, try them on. You could, and then her kit selections were gorgeous. And I will definitely, when Stitches SoCal comes up, I'm going to look and see what other classes she's got, because I'll take another class with her any day of the week. She's great.
I might, if she offers that at SoCal, I might take that.
Oh, super, super, super love it.
Okay.
I have other things from the show, but
But for finished objects, can I show my finished objects?
Oh, you got great finished objects. Go.
I got finished objects. Okay, so last year at Stitches, I purchased a kit, and it was the Entrelock Swirl Skirt. The pattern is by Gwen Bortner, and this was from Stunning String Studios. Their this lace, this wonderful, I think it was actually called Luscious Lace.
It's so gorgeous.
Yeah.
People, you can't imagine the beautiful color transitions in this. Turn around so you can see the back.
Oh, okay.
Because
it's-
rotate it so that you can see.
Well, it's kind of folded in.
I know,
so it's on the skirt
but
hanger.
only showing one. Look at how that shimmers. Look at that. It's so gorgeous.
So it was, you know, I like a technical challenge in knitting, and it was fun to knit. It was, as they say in the fashion show, entrelock. If you turn it 45 degrees, then you get squares at right angles. And that's what this is. And there's also one that is black and white grayscale. And it's an A-line skirt that Stunning String Studios also has. And so then the other thing, so Stitches SoCal, one of the great things about it was the vendors were all very, very generous with the giving merchandise and kits and everything for door prizes.
Yep.
At all of the events, there's always door prizes. And so I won a door prize that was a kit for this. It's Lana Grossa, and it was this Tutti, what it's called, Tutti, Tutti, pullover. But it's a kid mohair yarn, very soft and fuzzy and comfy and cozy. And so I won the kit at the Friday Night Fashion Show. The Friday Night Fashion Show. And it was a full kit with the pattern and the yarn. And but since I live in, is it up, down? The San Fernando Valley of Southern California, and I live in Woodland Hills, which is one of the hottest part of the San Fernando Valley, I said, I am never going to wear this pullover. I will never wear it. Even if I put it on, I won't be able to keep it on. I'll be ripping it off myself because I'll be so hot. So I steeked it and made it a cardigan. And it's the first time that I steeked.
It's crazy great.
I steeked it because I wanted the stripes I wanted to knit the front as one piece.
So you knit it in the round.
Well, I know I knit it
No?
both pieces back and forth. I just did them.
Okay.
I did them on a circular needle at the same time, and I'll just leave it there because the rest of it was crazy what I did. I don't even know how to describe it.
Okay, whatever.
And so it was so easy to just cut it, because you know what you do.
No.
So let's say
You freak out when you take the
No.
scissors to the garment. No?
no.
Get out. I would.
So instead of just knitting straight across like this, like see the back is straight across, you know where your center front is going to be, and you knit like so. This is the knit side. So I would do 7 purl stitches. So it makes like a little channel. You can see where the part you're going to cut is. And then
and the two sides didn't join?
no, you just knit straight across.
Oh,
And
okay.
you but because when I'm knitting here, and then I
Okay.
would purl.
All right, so then got
it leaves, like a little.
got it.
And then that part is folded back here, where I cut it. It's folded back. It kind of almost makes like a facing, and then, since this was a yarn like this or like a nice wool, you don't have to worry about it unraveling when you cut it,
Because it binds to itself?
it's it holds on to itself.
Yeah.
But also, how when you drop a stitch and you get a runner in
Right.
something knitted,
Right.
it goes down.
Yeah.
It naturally doesn't unravel a lot if it's going side to side if it's cut. And that's one of the things that helps you be successful when you steek. You don't have to be as afraid. And those 7 stitches, they're extra. You're not taking away
from the
from
garment.
the width of the, because you add
it.
those,
Got it. Well, it's very successful, and I love when you wear it, which she does often, and it's actually turned out to be an incredible project.
Because part of the reason also is because this February, and I think I finished it at the end of January because I wanted it done before stitches. And we had the coldest February in Southern California since they started keeping records.
So you got to wear it?
I wore it every day, and some days I wore my Find Your Fade shawl, which is wool, with it. Or I wore
That really speaks a lot.
Or I wore my Find Your Fade shawl every day because it was so freaking. Well, we can't complain. It was so cold.
It was so cold. It was like maybe 50 degrees.
Almost every. We shouldn't. It was so cold other places.
Yeah,
it was unbelievable, and it was cold for us too.
Right. Our cold. It was cold.
But so those are my 2 big finished items since.
You got any on-ramps?
I have on-ramps. On-ramps are new. I just started.
Yes, but they need to know what on-ramps again. We should refresh
on-ramps
them.
are just starting.
Yeah.
Because in our freeway theme, you go up the on-ramp to get on the road.
That's right.
And so I do have on-ramps. I have one
What
you
do you
haven't
have?
seen. Well, you've seen this.
Yeah, but they haven't seen that.
So this is a yarn called Gina, and it's this gorgeous color that...
I see a trend in your yarns.
Well, this I chose. This one they just sent me, but they go together.
Perfect. Yeah.
And I thought I was going to get, the one they showed in the fashion show was this colorway. And I thought that this is what I was going to get, which I like these colors. I do.
Right.
But this, and I had bought this yarn 2 or 3 years earlier at Stitches. And
So what are you making with that?
that's a skirt. That's the same waistband that as the written instructions for the
For the Gwen Bortner.
Gwen Bortner. This is Gwen Bortner's waistband, and the skirt is Candace Eisner Strick's skirt from her book Knit My Skirt.
I think you need to bring it closer.
I am. Knit My Skirt. And so this is the skirt, and it is the mummy wrap skirt or something from page 48 in Candace's book. She treats the top differently, and I didn't want to do it that way, so I used Gwen Bortner's waistband. And so that I started the week of like March, was it 8th, when we went on our retreat in Temecula?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful Temecula. So that's what I'm doing. That's an on-ramp, and I have another one that you haven't seen.
I see it now.
This is, well, here it is. Let's just say.
It's beautiful.
And it's crocheted. And this I acquired 9 balls of yarn in Albany, California at a shop called Avenue Yarns.
Show your yarns.
Okay, so
They're
it's
lovely.
It's Queensland Collection Cairns Cotton Blend, and I got these 3 different colors. It was on sale in this basket, and I got these 3 different colors that I'm blending in this pattern. This is called the Wool Eater pattern. And what I love about it is that it kind of looks like an impressionist painting, almost like a Monet.
It's beautiful on both sides.
It's beautiful on both sides. And I think the reason it's called Wool Eater is because this is, you crochet around the back post, and those kind of patterns notoriously use up a lot of yarn.
Yes, I was going to say, I think it's going to.
It uses up a lot of yarn. And crochet uses, supposedly, that's what I've been told, crochet uses more yarn than knitting does. But this is going to make a beautiful, I don't know how, I hope that it's going to get to be at least 36 inches square, and I think it's going to, because I'm not using up the yarn it's not using up as fast as I had imagined it might. So I might come out with a nice big blanket.
Okay.
So,
Well, it looks
so maybe it'll
beautiful.
be 45 by 45 for,
Well, I think it'll stop when you run out of yarn.
it could. Check back here and see if that Judy's prediction is right. And so that's my two main on ramps.
It's not an on ramp, but I see you're wearing something very lovely.
They were a gift.
And
Someone special bought these for me at Stitches.
And I kind of think they're all the rage now. And you may have seen earrings that are also stitch gauges, needle gauges, I mean, not stitch gauges, but they're so much fun. And one side is even
Numbers.
numbers, and one side is odd. And they're so incredibly light that you could actually even use them as project markers, or if you need them in your knitting or crochet.
But if you got your sock, all your sock needles out, and the size painted on them has been rubbed off, you just use your earrings. Double check your size.
Take off your earrings.
Somehow, the lime green ones just seem to suit me.
They do. Well, what's coming up in our schedule?
Coming up in our schedule. Well, okay, I do want to say.
Oh, go ahead.
I want to mention Lorelei, because we did mention it before.
Right. Okay.
And we want to do this shawl Lorelei, our own personal knit along. And Judy has a former student on the East Coast who wants to knit along with us. So we'll talk about that, not the next time probably, because we're going to be very busy next time, but maybe the time after that we'll get geared up to start on, because I did an extensive sample, and I actually started on my actual project. So
well, she's an eager beaver. What can I say?
Overachiever.
That's right.
An A student.
Yeah. What are we doing for our next
time? Next time we shoot, we're going on quite a journey. It involves
multiple places,
multiple cities, one county, probably 3,000 square miles.
Ooh.
We'll put at least 200 miles on the car within 4 days.
Wow.
At least.
We're going to do this in 4 days?
In 4 days.
Whoa.
21 yarn shops, and it is the LA County Yarn Crawl. And
happens once a year.
Once a year in April. And this year they've expanded it to go from Thursday, April 4th, through Saturday, April 17th.
And when we are going is?
We're going to start on April 4th. We're going to try and do all 21 stores on the first weekend.
As we're adventurous.
So that's 5 yarn shops a day in 4 days. 5 yarn shops and the yarn over truck a day.
Yes. And we have to plan some time in there for having food and beverage.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to have to do the timing. So now you know what this means.
What?
It means we want to start out at like 9 in the morning.
Oh my God. Crack of dawn.
4 days in a row, because these shops open at 10.
Okay. I think for fiber, I can do it.
Drive time.
Okay.
Especially the first and second day. To get to the first shop, it could be, especially weekdays.
A bit of a travel.
Bring a pillow.
All right.
Lean the seat back all the way.
Nah,
Take a nap.
No, I'll keep company. I'll keep you company.
It'll be an hour and a half, 2 hours. Because
okay.
that's how we roll in Southern California.
Yep.
We drive a lot.
And we enjoy it.
But so
And
hopefully
we're gonna bring you along with us.
we'll have a great montage next time. And so that's it for today. We'll catch you up on our various projects as we go along and get more progress on them. And we're happy to be back.
We are.
So remember, subscribe, comment below. Oh, I had a great thing. I thought about something that I wanted to ask people to comment on, and I didn't write it down, so now I don't remember.
Welcome to our world.
Ask them to comment on.
Well, when you think of it, we can put it in the next vlog.
Yeah, and so
We can do that.
we'll have lots of time in the car to talk
Absolutely. All right, folks. We'll see you soon.
next time.
Next time. Bye.
Bye.